Welcome to the topic of active democracy. This informational video is brought to you by SOS Malta and our project Active Citizens Lab. Democracy, such an appealing word. We hear about it all the time. We are often convinced that it is the way we live today and that we actually get to decide. So, what is democracy really, and where did it come from? Democracy is a form of government in which the people have the authority to deliberate and decide legislation or to choose governing officials to do so for them. Sounds pretty simple and logical, doesn't it? It even sounds like we are being asked for our opinion. But let's go back a bit more. The term democracy first appeared in ancient Greece. That was a long time ago. Further on, in the Middle Ages, parts of Europe set up their own models of democracy. The first documented parliamentary body in Europe was the courts of Lyon, where next to the nobility and the higher clergy who advised the king, a form of parliamentarian representatives was introduced by including the kingdom's economically important and powerful individuals. Does that sound much different from today's parliaments? World wars significantly affected democratic changes in many countries. The last major wave, or as it is professionally called, the third wave of democracy, began in the late 1970s. Areas democratized in the years that followed were Latin America, Asia-Pacific countries, Eastern Europe, and Sub-Saharan Africa. So what should we do nowadays when everything is pretty tidy? We have institutions, we choose those who represent us in regular elections, and if we don't like how they work, we choose others. If we don't like them either, we choose some others again. And so it goes round and round. But wait, isn't life a little too short to wait for those we elect to start doing their job the way they should? This is where active democracy comes into play. It means improving public participation in decision-making, actually asking citizens questions about topics that are important to their lives, and encouraging people to really participate in decision-making. It doesn't sound very bad, does it? Active democracy poses a new challenge to society. Participating in what each of us calls our government, you must admit, requires a little more than marking a box on the ballot paper every couple of years. Public discussions, communication with those who we elect, participation through opinions on political and systemic reforms, active action in our own local communities, protests, petitions, and seeking accountability from officials when they are not doing their job adequately, that is only a part of what we can do to build better, fairer, and more functional systems. We all contribute to the state in one way or another, by paying taxes, contributions, earning and spending money. In return, we have the right to seek and participate in decisions that concern us. Things can only be corrected when someone says that they are not right. And imagine if a lot of people said it, or if a lot of people were saying that for days, weeks, or months. And what if these people were speaking through a lot of channels and offering solutions on how to make these changes? Then there is not much choice but for changes to happen. And then we are talking about active democracy. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting content.